But just to recap, go into your pen tool, you've got lots of options, grab your add anchor point tool. If you come in, you've got to be zoomed in to do this because you want to get it accurate. Over here, it wants to add onto your path, so you just click and it's add an anchor for you. We'll come across and go to the end of our windows, click, and right in the middle between where we want to break it, we're just going to put one more there. Reason being, if you get your direct selection tool, click on that middle anchor. Now if you can't work, if you zoom, go over it, it'll come up. If you can't work out where it is, click on the line anywhere and you'll be able to see the little dot. Click on that and push delete. It will just delete up to both ends. So that way you can now grab your windows and move them into where they should be. If you come over here, we'll get our add anchor point tool. 1, 2, 1 in the middle. Direct selection tool, grab your middle one, push delete. Selection tool, we can move our window into place. Come around again to where our door is, add anchor point tool. 1, up. If that comes up, it's just because I've tried to click on the window. So go OK. What I might do is just move my door off the line. That's why we need to place it just near the line. The program is not sure where you're trying to click. So on my path, 1, 2, 1 in the middle. Get your middle one, delete. So now I can move my door happily into place there. Let's zoom out so you can see it's coming together as an actual floor plan. Make sure you're always saving your work. So save as, floor plan, pop your name next to floor plan underscore name. Don't save it as floor plan including symbols because that's what you've downloaded. Floor plan, write in your name next to it. So make sure it stays at .ai and put it in your VCD Unit 2 folder. Click it once, it'll come up with the extension. Click it twice. You will get all of these options. They're fine how they are, just go OK. Now let's come back over to our symbols. Let's decide that we've got, it'll be according to whatever's your floor plan. So I'm going to grab this table. If I click on them, they're not actually grouped. So what I need to do is just hover over it, group. I'll make sure they're grouped for you. Bring it over here. And maybe my table, I'm rotating it, holding down Shift, because it's going to sit right there against the wall. I'll come over here and find myself a cabinet. That's where my cash register is going to sit. And I might pop that in here against the wall. Maybe I have some display cabinets, and that's the corner one, so that could quite easily go in there if you want to. Or in the sake of this corner one, I'll take out that one. If I put this one in, it means that I can copy and paste my cabinet, flip it around, zoom in so you can see what I'm doing, and that will sit perfectly in there for you. You've got all your bits and pieces in there now. Lastly, what you need to do is add in your dimensions and your dimension line. So when you've got this sorted and it is exactly as your floor plan, you need to add a few extra conventions. One of them, get your type tool, just click. Don't click and drag, just click once and start typing. So I'm typing in stuff area. Just zoom in so you can see. The thing is, this type must be in capitals to be on an architectural plan. So stuff area. Just keep it at 12 points. Doesn't need to be big. And it doesn't go on an angle or anything. It stays completely horizontal. And it goes in the center of whatever area it is you're naming. While we're here, we're just going to fix up our corners. See how our corners don't match? Grab your direct selection tool, the center one, and you need to get both those little anchor points. The easiest thing, click and drag, so you're going to get just those endpoints. You don't want anything else. Up here, connect selected endpoints, and now we have a beautiful corner. So go around and do that to all, click and drag. This one's not entirely letting us. Drag. I'm just going to move one of my endpoints down because one might be slightly too long. There we go. Not letting us connect. I will work out that glitch and let you know in class, but it should do what it did for the first corner. Now, adding dimensions, your dimension lines are 1 millimeter, just like your others. So basically, around every edge, we'll just start with one edge, you need to have some dimension lines. They sit 2 millimeters away. You have these projection lines that come out. Again, just remember they need to be 1 millimeter. Same with the other end. 2 millimeters away, hold down shift, 1 millimeter, and then you need your horizontal lines. They need to be 1 centimeter from your actual structure. Now it's probably a good idea to make sure your structure is on one of these heavy lines so that you can see exactly where 1 centimeter is. So ours will be here. Oops, we don't want an ellipse, we want a line. Come across, hold down shift. If you've gone too far like I have, just get your selection tool, drag it straight back in. Okay, once you've put your lines all the way around, not just on one side like on the practice, I want you to put them on all 4 sides. All the way around, you should have your 3 dimension lines, your projection lines, 2 millimeter gap here, and they extend 2 millimeters beyond the last line. If your page isn't big enough and if it's going off the white section, that's okay. What you can do is go into, while you're on your selection tool, document setup, edit artboards, and just drag your page to be bigger. Click your selection tool and you're back to where it needs to be. So you can make your page bigger if you need to.